Novak Djokovic talks to the media in the Davis Cup. Team Serbia press conference before the start of their Davis Cup clash against Great Britain. Let's hear what he has to say.
I remember we played in Belgrade. It was in the second Euro-African group zone, whatever it was called at the time. Obviously a huge honor. I was very young. I got an invite from the captain to be part of the team. So Davis Cup has been historically the most important team competition for nations in tennis. You know, over 100 years old, and it is the most important one to win for any tennis nation in the world. So hopefully, yeah, almost 20 years later, we can have a chance at the title.
Novak, just briefly give us an idea of what happened after the shouting died down and the screaming and the excitement of Torino. What did you do after that? And Victor, to have, how much more confidence does it give the team? You've got Novak in there this year.
Well, I came the next day, so I didn't have really much time to celebrate. Although it was very nice to have my children who are with me now as well, and family. And I got a day and a half of rest, and I started training right away because obviously there's not much time to really, leave the record aside. It's the last week of the season, so one final push is necessary from each one of us, and I'm excited because I've been playing some really good tennis, particularly in the last 4 months of the season, and I couldn't be happier with the way I performed in the semifinals and finals of Torino. So hopefully I'm carrying this kind of basically energy and performance level to the Davis Cup. I'm with the team. I'm grateful to be once again in the national team. And as I said many months ago, actually at the beginning of the season, that Davis Cup, has been and is one of my greatest goals of this season, and always is. So basically, hopefully, I will be able to contribute to win.
Yeah, definitely. We're thankful to Novak that he's here with us. He was in Valencia, and of course here in Malaga, but not just now. I mean, over the years, as we said, 20 years that he's playing in the Davis Cup team, he always, I think he's the guy that played so many years. I mean, we can count only maybe just a few times that he actually didn't play. You can see that he would, as he said, that's his goal for this season, to help Serbia win another title. We're all here to give our best and to compete and to try to go for another title. Obviously, with Novak as a leader, it's very helpful, and we're very grateful to have it. And so that's it.
Hi, Novak. Just your thoughts on tomorrow's tie, and what do you think are the strengths of the British team?
Great Britain is one of the greatest tennis nations out there. Of course, you have one of the strongest tennis federations, Wimbledon, much success on both male and female side in the years. Of course, recently with Andy and Jamie Murray, and of course Nori, Draper, who are going to play most likely tomorrow, both lefties. I haven't faced a lefty in a while. I don't think any of us has played too many left-handed players lately, so it was not easy to find a left-handed sparring partner, but we did well for today and tomorrow. I guess obviously Great Britain has so many options, for both singles and doubles. I know that Andy Murray and Evans are not here. And obviously, they have been contributing to qualifications for the last 8 in September. But still, Great Britain is a very strong team in this format. If we split single matches, then we are getting into the doubles where they have best players in the world, Skupski and Salisbury, and they have so many great players. It's difficult for them to choose who to put on the court. So we are a team that, as you can see here, we don't have any double specialists, but we rely on singles. But if it comes to the doubles, we're also ready to pair up in the different combinations and give it all. So we heard that the stadium is going to be almost filled tomorrow, and it's going to be a lot of. I know there's great British presence in this stretch here in the coast of Andalusia. So also some Serbian people coming from our country. Obviously, the atmosphere in the Davis Cup is quite different from any other event. You have to expect, the noises also during the point, during the serve, etc. But that's the beauty of it, So I'm really looking forward to it.
Novak, just as someone who's played so much Davis Cup, what's your view on the format we're in? The ITF say they'll review where the direction of this tournament after next season. Do you think home and away, how does that compare to this approach?
Well, I know there has been a lot of discussions on that subject, and also with Cosmos and ITF, and Cosmos taking the ownership of the competition years ago, and then changing the format. There has been a lot of criticism on that. I actually personally feel that the best format would be somewhere in between the old one and the new one. But I don't think that this is best for the nations participating in the World Group. The fact that we as a team have not played in Serbia many years is not great, because we don't give an opportunity to people in Serbia to watch us play, especially young people, young tennis players. It also allows federation to benefit in different ways from that home tie. So hopefully that can be back in some way. I don't have in my mind personally a perfect format. I think it's important to put it out on the table and discuss, but not discuss behind the closed doors. Discuss with players and discuss with Davis Cup teams. And I think everyone should have their say, because so far no one has been really communicating with us from ITF. So that's something I feel like should change, because obviously we also are a very integral part of this competition. I feel like we can give some valuable information and feedback on what we think is the right way. I don't think we'll all agree on, we'll have probably difference of opinions, but I think the home and away ties is something that Davis Cup historically has been very famous for. And now giving one nation to host every year the last 8 for now 3-4 years in a row, actually 5 from Madrid and now Malaga. I mean, it's too much in my opinion. I think he has to travel. This is a competition that is played globally, and I feel like the Davis Cup finals, at least if you're going to keep it at Final 4 or Final 8, should travel every year. It shouldn't stay in one place more than a year.
Question for Novak. There are 7 really established tennis countries playing at this year's Final 8. And then there's Finland, kind of breaks out as the odd one out. They brought thousands of fans and already made it to the semis. Have you followed their run this year? Did you watch the matches last night? Or what do you have to say about their fairy tale run?
Yeah, it's a great run, and I've seen their performances in Croatia in the group stage. Amazing. Both Rusvori and Virtanen have been performing great. Yesterday, obviously, Rusvori was not playing, but they managed to win. You could see the passion after they won the doubles. And it was surprising. I didn't know that there's such a big community on Finnish people here in this coastline, and it was 3, 4, 5,000 people in the stands. And that's the beauty of Davis Cup. You know, it brings people together to cheer for their nation. And if with Rusfori in the team as well, they definitely have a chance to go very far. I mean, they're in the semifinals, so anything can happen.
Hi Novak. I don't know if you saw what Vasek said last night about organising, and tennis could and should be even bigger than it already is if only the people organising it were doing their job properly. He highlighted the balls, he highlighted playing late at night and then early in the morning and injuries. I just wondered whether you heard that, but also if you'd like to add something.
No, I haven't heard that. I actually saw Vasek just before I came here to see you guys, but I haven't seen his statement on that. But there's been a lot of discussions on the effect of the different balls and basically every week on the joints and the wrist and the shoulders and the elbows. And I think someone told me that in terms of injuries this year comparing to other years is drastically has gone up. So in terms of the balls, I absolutely agree. There should be some discussion on that. I actually spoke about that with Andrea Gaudenzi, the ATP president, and Massimo, who is the CEO, in Paris during the Paris-Bercy week. And I shared my opinion and my views, and then obviously they are thinking about various different options and ways of how to regulate that and how to make it better for the players and prevent injuries. In terms of the scheduling, I think there has been a lot of criticism and a lot of players complaining about it. So I think that should be addressed in a proper way. Obviously, Davis Cup and ITF is regulated differently from ATP Tour and from Grand Slams. You have different governing bodies, different schedules, different broadcasting demands. In the end of the day, we know that the TV is the one deciding, fortunately or unfortunately, but there has to be more, I guess, thorough discussions on that as well.
Yeah, hi Novak. I know you're not a stranger to Andalusia and you spend a lot of time in Marbella. I just wanted to ask you what you love the most about the Costa del Sol.
Well, I don't spend much time, but I do love to come. Actually, my brother, one of my brothers, lives here, so it's one of the most beautiful places in the world, for sure. I love the fact that you have sun basically all year round, which doesn't get much better than that in terms of weather in Europe. So for tennis players, obviously coming in different parts of the year, also in winter time, you can play outdoors, which is important because you have the first tournaments in the season starting in summertime in Australia, playing outdoors, and great food, people. It's a different energy, and it's a different vibe from different parts of the Spain, like Madrid or somewhere else. It's very nice. People are very kind. Africa is right there. Atlantic Ocean also very close by. So a lot of things culturally and lifestyle-wise that Andalusia offers.
Thank you very much. Take questions in national microphone, please.
Dajte, pitajte malo drugi, molim se, što će se ovdje raspričao.
Evo, pitanje može da odgovori Viktor Tricki, selektor. 2010. godine smo imali čuveno šišanje. Kako se planirali sada da proslavite eventualnu titulu?
Imamo par ideja, ali nismo još se usaglasili. Jel definitivno? Skačemo? Dobro, onda to već dugo traje, da. Rekli smo još odavno, u slučaju da se osvoji još jedna titula, da je skakali iz aviona. Ali imali smo neke nove ideje, ali tako da, ostalo je znači to definitivno, skakanje iz aviona, ako god.
Nemojte da osvajate ako hoćete preživiti.
Šta? Šta si rekao? Nećeš?
Kako nećeš Laci? Nema tu neću, bre. Nisam, hoću neću.
Glavu, ovako.
Ima talantove, ali neće da skakne.
Ajmo dalje.
Ovako, pitanje za Viktora. Eto, vidjeli smo, ako dođe do tog dubla, vidjeli smo su Novak i Miša igrali u Parizu zajedno, da li je to neka solucija koja sledi ukoliko ne prođemo posle 2 singla? Ne morate odmah da otkrivate, ali eto, da li se razmišljamo o tome već sada? I za Novaka, normalno, pitanje, 3 osvojena Grand Slema, 1 finale, završni master sada, da li je ovo ta jagoda najslađa koja bi mogla da se stavi za kraj sezone? Znamo koliko ti Nole znači da igraš za zemlju, pogotovo kada nosiš zastavu Srbije na srcu. Eto, ako možeš malo da nam objasniš to, kako razmišljaš u kom pravcu?
Nam se svidelo i daje nam nadu da, eto, u slučaju da dođe do dublova, da imamo opciju, da kažem, njih dvojicu. Također to ne isključuje i druge igrače u timu, imamo više opcija, više kombinacija. Kao što je Novak rekao, nemamo dubl specijaliste, ali imamo igrače koji igraju dubl na turnirima i umeju da se snađu u dublu. Definitivno Engleska u dublu jeste favorit, jer imaju, ne znam, prvog ili trećeg igrača na svetu, Salisbury je 6. i 7. Ali opet verujem u naš tim i mislim da možemo da iznenadimo svakog, pogotovo što imamo sjajne igrače koji returniraju sjajno, što je u dublu veoma važno, serviraju dobro, tako da u Davis Cupu je to i jako nepredvidivo i veliki je pritisak što je to, mislim, nama ide više u korist i mislim da smo prednosti što se toga tiče.
Pa ovo je jedna od najboljih mojih sezona, to sam i rekao i prošle nedelje u Torinu. Kad bi osvojili Salataru, kada osvojimo Salataru, bit će najbolje. Tako da je to savršena jagoda na tortu.
Zdravo, momci. Pitanje za Viktora i za Novaka. Mislim da je ovo idealna prilika malo da se osvrnemo na, malo čas smo spomenuli tu 2010. godinu i kako je ona posle uticala na sve vas. Znam da smo u prošlosti dosta pričali o tome, ali sad u kontekstu ove novog pohoda na Salataru, kako je ona uticala na sve vas, čega se sećate iz svih tih dana, osim naravno mečeva. I pitanje za druge momke, za Lasla, Duci i Mišu, prevashodno, ukoliko budete igrali sa Draperom, vi, šta je najvažnije?
Pa definitivno, da kažem, prekretnica u našim karijerama. Novak je posle osvojene titule u Davis Cupu, definitivno 2011. možda i jedna najbolja u njegovoj karijeri. Takođe Janko Tipsarević, isto najbolja sezona 2011. I ja sam svoj najbolji rang imao odmah, znači nakon Davis Cupa, najbolju sezonu. Isto Zidna Zimović takođe, prvi u dublu, tako da definitivno da nam je pomogla i da nam je laknulo, osetili smo, zaista impresivno je bilo, nezaboravno u Beogradu osvojiti Davis Cup je nešto što pamtiš do kraja života i sigurno da nam je ulilo samopouzdanje i neku neverovatnu energiju. Zato smo maltene i okupili generaciju koja je 2010. osvojila. Janko je ovde sa nama, zahvalio bih mu se, prihvatio je poziv da svojim iskustvom i energijom koju smo imali mi da doprinese i ove godine da se što bolje momci spreme, a naravno i da bude tu zbog njegovog iskustva i svega da pomogne u važnim trenucima. Takođe i Ilija Bozoljac koji je već i bio u Valenciji i on je bio tu za osvajanje Salatare. Novak je naravno već to uradio, tako da želim i ostatku tima da to osjeti ove godine.
They didn't answer that. Ajde, moćete vi. Mislim da je sve rečeno.
Dobar dan. Svima pre svega. Mislim da smo kao tim jako dobro trenirali poslednjih 10 dana, da sva trojica imamo različite, da kažem, različitu igru i nekako i da stručni štab može iz različitih situacija da sagleda u odnosu taktički na to protiv koga igramo i da bilo ko od nas ko stane na teren ima šansu da pobedi i nadam se da će i naravno to što je Novak posle ovakve sezone s nama u timu značiti u nekim određenim momentima i cela ta atmosfera koja da kažem, koju on donosi kada dođe posle osvojenih titula, da će nam pomoći za susret sa Britanijom, a sa druge strane mislim da selektor i stručni štab imaju, da kažem, svakog od nas na stolu i svako od nas je spreman, imali smo solidnu sezonu, sva trojica, Laci možda najbolju, ali ovo će biti nekako i, da kažem, taktička odluka, tako da smo svi spremni i kogod da zaigra, ostali će biti tu da pruže maksimalnu podršku.
Opcija. I mislim da će se, to jest verujem da će selektor i stručni štab doneti najbolju odluku za duel protiv Engleske i mislim da u ovom takmičenju najbitnije da se radi ono što je najbolje za ekipu, za reprezentaciju i nebitno da li ću igrati, da li neću i verujem da je to tako i svim osnovima, ko bude igrao da će sve od sebe na terenu, a mi ostali ćemo i ostali će biti tu pored terena da pružaju podršku i mislim da je to bitno.
Ja da dodam nešto. Pa mislim, kao što su već i rekli momci, evo ja da kažem, lepo smo trenirali ovih dana, svi smo spremni, svi smo na raspolaganju, dobro je da imamo toliko opcija u zavisnosti ko su nam protivnici, tako da šta god bude, svi smo spremni da damo sve od sebe.
Ajde, Habir, ti.
Ajde, recite nešto.
Ste sigurni da ću ja Pa ništa, evo, složio bi se svima što su rekli naši momci, da svi smo spremni, jako smo dobro trenirali u proteklih par dana, super je energija, eto Nola nam se pridružio juče, stvarno je sjajna atmosfera, svi smo spremni, svi dobro igramo i nadamo se najbolje.
Precizno, koncizno.
Hoću, ali su zastavljamo. Možeš Viktor da neko reći od Rejperu samo kao protivniku? Neko reći od Rejperu kao protivniku kogod da bude igrao?
Evo ga da igrač levoruki, ekstremno levoruki igrač zaista ima koristi tu prednost levorukih igrača, servira ekstremno slice, tako da gledali smo ga, pratili smo ga, igrao je sjajno i u Sofiji gde je došao do finala na ATP turniru serije 250 i nedelju pre toga osvojio je Challenger u Bergamu, US Open takođe četvrto kolo. Pratili smo rezultate, imao i povredu, da kažem, od Roland Garrosa, nije igrao faktički do US Opena, ali videli smo brzo se jako vratio i evo 61 set. Definitivno kogod da bude igrao neće biti lak meč, ali opet analizirali smo njegovu igru i mislim da naši igrači imaju šanse i da mogu da iskoriste neke njegove slabosti.
Last question, please.
¿Una pregunta en español para Novak, es posible? ¿No?
Last question in Serbian. No? Thank you very much.
Hvala,